Hi everyone, I'm Christine Spengler and I am a lean starting coach and innovation catalyst at Intuit. So I help groups of people like you guys do this kind of stuff, but for internal projects at Intuit. What I'm here to do today is create a product something similar to Nest. Has anybody heard of Nest?
Love it. Thermostat?
Love it, yep.
Awesome.
So the idea is to take Nest and apply it to residential irrigation systems. Earlier this year, my father passed away, and in that, my mother inherited his job for watering the yard. It's a pain in the butt. She doesn't know how to do it. The controller itself is very difficult to use, and there's no way of knowing how much water is actually being spewed out by any one device or any one of the nozzles. So this idea would be to conserve water as well as make that actual controller significantly easier. The name of the company is to be determined, but will be something similar to Water Wisely or
Water Wisely. Good enough. And what do you need?
I am in the very, very early stages, so I need customer interviewers, so people good in marketing, doing market research, and then I also need designers and developers as well.
Great.
Hi everyone, we are Vegas Booze. We started out, however, as Water Wisely. I would like to say that we went from hydrating to dehydrating. Similar business, not quite the same, however. The story is that we came in wanting to develop an app similar to Nest, an app and a device similar to Nest, but for irrigation systems. And we started off strong, realized that we weren't quite getting our problem. We didn't really know what the customer pain was, so we split up and went each to a different Home Depot, talked to people in the irrigation aisle, and just asked them why were they there, what were they looking for. And we all came back a couple hours later completely defeated because we realized that what we thought was a problem actually wasn't a problem. We think that there's still something there, and we haven't completely given up on it. But we realized that for the purposes of this weekend, it wasn't going to be what we needed to. So naturally, we then decided to pivot. And what we pivoted to was VegasBooze.com.
So about 2 weeks ago, I was in Vegas, and I was going there, and you can't bring booze in your airplane anymore. So it sucks trying to get booze in Vegas. Overpriced out of the casinos. Called the Mirage, $75 to get a 12-pack of Miller Genuine Draft delivered to your room. $75. You can't take it on your flight. If you get in a cab, it's expensive to go to a grocery store. They're way far away on the strip. You gotta come back, so that's costing you extra money. It's hard to find a delivery guy, and the ones that I can find, it's all risky. You don't know, it's like, I call the liquor store, and it's like, yeah, we deliver alcohol, but you gotta call me first, and I got a guy, and it's kind of shady, it's kind of weird. So there's a lot of risk involved in that. So we're really eliminating all that, and essentially, next slide. Yeah, so basically we're kind of using the Uber business model, where we're going to take 20% of the revenue in between, and all we care about is a good customer service. So for the customers getting great service, they're getting security, safety, no hassles, they're secure ordering at the point of need. Businesses are getting a guaranteed payments. They're actually getting paid, they're not going to get stiffed when they get to a room. They're getting guaranteed 20% tip. They're accessing new revenue, and they're really getting to connect to those tourists that are coming to Vegas that maybe they can't connect and make sales to. So I'll let Ian talk about the site.
And the site, VegasBooze.com, basically is featured as follows. And while this is going to be an app in the future, how it works now is basically a test bed to gauge consumer impact. We know that there's an issue, we want to see and refine that issue to see exactly how big it is in the Vegas area. And the site basically not only gets traction through people searching for it and clicking on it, but then the checkout process actually leads you to a link to input your email. So we can see what people are clicking on, how much they're ordering, and who's searching for the site, all in one platform. And then we're going to hand it off to Christine, who's going to talk to you about the actual app.
So as you can see, Vegas Booze is basically the Uber model you add Vegas, you add booze, and you get vegasbooze.com. It's super simple, 5 super easy steps. You set up your account, you select your drop-off location, meaning you tell booze, Vegas Booze where you want the booze to be dropped off. You will select your alcohol. The delivery driver brings it to you, checks your ID, and then hands over the alcohol. And then the only thing that you're asked to do after that point is rate the experience. So that would be your driver and the overall experience from end to end. And we've got a couple of screenshots here. So this is us setting up the account. Super easy. It goes to your email, your mobile phone number, instead of a password. You enter your location, and actually we anticipate that you're not even going to have to enter your location necessarily, unless maybe you're in a cab on your way back to the hotel, so we have an automatic device and potentially a manual way of entering your address. You order your alcohol, so we're going to have just a select few items based on the information that we collect from the existing website. So we're collecting the data on what people are actually clicking on. That information then is going to be funneled into our inventory, and that's actually what people would select from. If potentially down the road they wanted something that wasn't on our list, we can do that for them, but of course there's a charge for that.
30 seconds.
They receive their alcohol, and that's all there is to it. And then we ask them to rate the experience.
So quickly, so some of the things we've thought about in the future is definitely allowing you to split the order between your friends. So if you're having a party, there's people in your hotel room, and they all want to pitch in, they'll have to download the app and also install it, so you have this customer base for the future of growing your app. And then other places like Disney World, try to order a pizza when you're at Disney World. So we have other possibilities to spread out in the future for other purposes, not just booze.
All right, that's 5 minutes.